today. From SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, California, it's Week 4 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Los Angeles Rams taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers.
From the second largest city in the U.S., Los Angeles, California, we've got football as EA Sports coverage of the NFL is on the air. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Rams team as they interplay. They come in losers of 2 straight, so they're trying to right the ship here a little bit.
They're teetering a little bit, aren't they? And now things could really go south if they lose this game. So they understand the importance of playing well and stopping this streak.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. So out come the Rams now for their first possession. They will be led out by the 6-foot lefty from Alabama. It's Tua Tagovailoa.
And no excitement unless you're on the defensive team of last week in his numbers, because the only excitement he really generated was the 1 interception he threw.
Yeah, no touchdown passes.
Yeah, and his team wasn't real thrilled about that. And they lost the game. So I know this week has been tough on him because he's been working hard. Fundamentals, footwork, finding the right targets. And bottom line, how do they get a win?
Three tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. A first run now for Kyren Williams. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Now it looks like we're going to get a stoppage here. An injured Steeler on that last play. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. They run it again with Williams. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down L.A. Now a give up the middle to Williams. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Up the middle, it's Williams. The numbers on the ground for Williams a week ago. 14 carries, 56 yards, and a touchdown.
It's a very nice winning streak that they're on, and they've really seen this offense come into its own as a unit. And one of the keys is that the ground game has been established, and it's keeping the defense honest near the line of scrimmage. Sometimes that leads to huge games for him. Other times, he plays a complementary role to someone else. But however it's getting done, they're winning week after week.
Well, Charles, sometimes we talk about the lengths officials sometimes go to protect star quarterbacks, but that one, that was tough to argue against.
Yeah, and I'm sure that everyone's going to say, hey, we're going to administer the penalty the same way for all quarterbacks. But when it's a star back there, even more so, they're going to be diligent about throwing the flag.
Now it looks like we're going to get a stoppage here. An injured Steeler on that last play. Here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Tua. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. So after several rushes to start the game, Charles, they go to the air there and get a nice completion.
Nice mix-up on the play calling, right? Establish the running game, make the defense think you're going to do it again, and then hit them over the top. Now you've got them betwixt and between. They don't know which way you're going to come at them.
Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal. They'll try and run. This is Williams. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. Williams will get about halfway there as he takes this from the 4 down to the 2. Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. Williams. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. So instead of forcing the field goal, it'll be 1st and goal.
Yeah, the force was trying to make something happen that just didn't need to, right? I mean, the plays happen, let it go. It's over. Instead, he creates a penalty.
Now they'll throw with Tagovailoa. He's got it. It's Higbee. Touchdown, Rams. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Rams are on the board first here this afternoon. The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag. Uh-oh, flag comes out here. This is going to be roughing the kicker.
When you're going back there on the kick block, you've got to go to the right point. That didn't happen. Ran into the kicker. The penalty flag had to come out.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So out come the Steelers now for their first drive. And they will be led out by their 2nd-year quarterback.
And he's been playing at an elite level here in this early half of the season. Tops in the league in touchdown passes at this point. This is definitely a wide-open offense, so we'll see if he can keep his string of good games going right here.
A first carry for Najee Harris. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Looking to throw. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down. Backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And this will be incomplete. Both players with a shot at it that time, but neither coming away with it. Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. On 1st down, Tagovailoa. Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. And it's caught. Touchdown. Tim Patrick from 8 yards out. And the Rams have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. So it takes them just 3 plays here to find the end zone. And you remember, of course, this was all set up by their defense.
Yeah, they got the stop on 4th down, so I imagine the offense said to their defense, thank you very much for this great starting field position. And like you said, 3 plays later, they're in the end zone.
Now the try here for the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And the result for the Rams, a touchdown. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Now it looks like we're going to get a stoppage here. An injured Steeler on that last play. 2nd and 11. Here's one deep for Pickens. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. So they take a decent shot, CD, and the flag comes out for pass interference.
Yeah, a little DPI, as they like to call it in the business, right? And the farther you get downfield, the more frenetic things get, and the more calm and control you have to remain as a defender. That was a little bit of a slip there, and the penalty will go against him.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. He'll get this to his tight end. That's Pat Freiermuth. From the 24 now, here's 2nd and 3. Harris running straight ahead, and he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. A look at the numbers for Harris in last week's game. 1 rushing touchdown, yes, but look at the rushing yards. He was up near 200.
The one phrase I'd use to describe that performance, he carved up that defense.
1st down, and they go back to Harris. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. 2nd and 9.
That was a really nice play, able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people.
A leap, and he's got it. George Pickens with an acrobatic catch. And the Steelers have cut it back within a score. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is in a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
McManus's point after is good, and that'll make our score 14-7. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. So here are the Rams to take over. They lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football. Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. Short throw, it's Higbee pushing his way through. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Looking to pass. Tua. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Well, hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. Off of play action. Tagovailoa. Outright, this one goes to Patrick. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot. They'll fake the jet sweep, and instead give up the middle to Williams. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Setting to throw on first down is Tua. And he will find his man on the outside. They'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be second down.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Now a first carry for their fullback. 4 yards on the play. That's going to lead to first and goal.
How about that call? Handed to the big guy in that situation. Normally you think of him as a real short yardage runner, but in this case they trust him to get a few more yards than that. I remember an old New York Giants quarterback, a Super Bowl winning quarterback, telling me he loves offense coordinators who call the plays with a little bit of abandon.
And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So illegal touching, Charles, on the outside.
And a lot of people wonder if the quarterback should see that. No, it's not his job to understand if the receiver is inbounds or out of bounds. You expect him to be there. But if he takes a step out, he essentially becomes ineligible, and that's not a tough one for an official.
And he takes it across for a Rams touchdown. Kyron Williams, his second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Rams have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7. The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. This fielded right at the goal line. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got them pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
Yeah, he's able to push his way forward somehow for a gain of about 2 yards. Second down now. Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up. This is 2nd and 8. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He'll let it fly for Austin. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Flushed out right. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 32-yard line. Now it looks like we're going to get a stoppage here. An injured Steeler on that last play. Now a first down carry for Harris. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. 2nd and 13. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete. Pat Freiermuth, the intended target. But now it's 3rd down. You talk about this Rams defense. They're a top 5 unit right now against the pass in the league. In fact, they sit at number 5.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack. And
this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 15-yard line. This is Harris on the draw. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. They'll run with a 2nd-round pick from April's draft. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Scott is into the end zone for a Steeler touchdown.
Sometimes offenses can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
Now McManus for the extra point. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now. So the drive goes 75 yards, 10 plays. And it ends with the Steelers finding the end zone. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So now here are the Rams as their offense comes back out. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake.
There he goes, left side. He's on his way. And that's a touchdown, but hold on. There is a flag down on the field. We'll have to see what this is about. So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14. Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. One play, and they're able to hit pay dirt. The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but, Charles, they look up. And
the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last. Look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He gets it complete to Harris. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. The heavy set out there, 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3. Now Scott. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On the give, this is Harris. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry.
You talk about this Rams defense.
Now, they've been a very good unit against the pass, defending at 5th best in the league.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play.
Here's 2nd and 7.
On the delay, here's Harris. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down. So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. Back to throw here. Escaping the pressure right.
And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
They'll look to throw. Rolling to his right. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on 4th down. And the Rams are going to take possession of the turnover on downs. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
Meanwhile, Tua's throw taken in here by Patrick.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
Now it looks like we're going to get a stoppage here. An injured Steeler on that last play.
Tua now on first down. That's caught left side. It's Higbee, the tight end. And they move this all the way down to the 9. They got 29 yards that time.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Williams will try again. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal.
Here's Tua.
This one swung out to Williams.
And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. 11 yards, but still not enough. 4th down. So now the Rams send out the field goal team here. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. And his kick here is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And a drive that stalled out last time. Went for it on 4th, didn't get it. How does that translate here? I would imagine momentum's with the defense.
Definitely with the defense, because anytime anyone goes for it on 4th down, That's telling you as a defense that you can't stop us. We don't think that you can. And when you actually do, that may put a little dent in the confidence of the offense the next time they hit the field.
Yeah, we'll see if they can bring that pride the offense this go-around. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. They'll set up to throw.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
And, partner, they're locked in man coverage out left, and they end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. And he's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for a defender to shadow him across all that ground.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. And he's going to be stopped at about the 37.
Now after all of this, hang on here because he appears to be shaken up. So from the 37, here's 2nd down and 3.
They'll run again with Harris. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. It appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play.
Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris.
And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29.
70 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start.
He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
On the draw, it's Harris. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down. On the carry, this is Scott.
Oh, fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line.
Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a 1st down.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
Now 2nd and 5. Snap will come from the 6.
Here's Scott. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year.
And the Steelers get a bit closer. Well, fair to say they've got something here in this rookie running back, and he's in for the 2nd time of the ball game.
And, Brandon, it's a position where there's often a lot of turnover, a lot of competition at that spot. But he's proven to them that he wants to be the bell cow guy that his franchise can rely on.
Extra point from McManus is good. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it's capped off by a touchdown run of 6 yards. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Now a hit and a loose football.
And it looks like the defense has got it.
And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
So a turnover there on the kickoff. And don't look now, but that just made things a little more interesting.
Very interesting, because when you're trailing in a game, these are mistakes that you pray for. You just went down and scored. Now you get the football right back with another great opportunity.
They'll run with Scott. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. From the 20, here's 2nd and 5. They'll keep it on the ground. Scott, and he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They go again with Scott. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. 54 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Hands it off out of the gun. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. A great play there. On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Steelers have got it back to within a score. McManus now for the extra point. And the lead is down to a field goal now. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Here's Kyron Williams running out for another possession. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. Now a give up the middle to Williams. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play. From the 44 now, here's 2nd and 4. Tua going to throw. He's got Cooper Kupp on the slant. He's to the 15. Touchdown, L.A. Cooper Kupp, 56 yards. And they're able to add on to their advantage. So the numbers are starting to pile up here early on. We have yet to reach halftime, yet that is already now 4 touchdown passes. Extra point attempt to come here. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it ends with Cooper Kupp on the receiving end of the touchdown pass. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Here comes the Pittsburgh Steelers and running back Najee Harris. They're behind in the first half here, CD, but it's not through any fault of their running back. He's had a strong start to this one.
And you're right about that, partner, because watching him play, you would think that his team is in the lead. He has been a lot of fun in this contest. Now let's see if they can actually make something happen and put more points on the board behind his efforts.
Yeah, I'm curious to see, Charles, if they can play complementary football and get that passing game going as well. 2nd down and 6 now. They'll drop to throw. Throw left side, hauled in by Pickens. And I think he's a guy, if they had let him walk, no one was going to be shouting from the top of a mountain, but he's a good guy. He's a good locker room guy, too.
Good locker room and a good player. I mean, he's a valuable starter for them. And if you just want to start over and maybe bring in someone new, the learning curve might be a little bit big. So it's a good job by getting him taken care of, and now they can move forward.
Now a 2nd and 2.
He'll look to throw, eluding the pressure right. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. The Steelers on 3rd down. They've hit on 6 of their 8 tries. Very good. Here it's 3rd and 2. Forced out to his left. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 and a first.
Well, here's your first example of how this guy can beat you in more ways than one, because they took away his arm, but he was more than happy to dissect them with his legs for that first down pickup.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. He'll drop to throw. They'll roll him out right. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a first.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy, because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Now a handoff up the middle. Scott. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1.
82 yards rushing for him, as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. A great effort there. On his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns.
And the Steelers are back within a score. So he had the nice run to get him down there, was stopped just short of the goal line, but they go right back to him, CD, and he delivers to finish the drive off.
A little extra determination there, don't you think, partner? You notice he didn't tap on his helmet and say, get me out after the run down to the end zone. He said, I almost got in. I'm going to get in on my own. I'm staying in. And he carries it across the goal line.
McManus's point after is good. And the lead is down to a field goal. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. And we're going to look at Cooper Kupp as the Rams offense gets ready to take over possession.
He's doing what he's capable of, having a solid game. Not the most amazing game. He's not over 100 yards, but a good game so far.
And you just know that mentally he feels like he's one catch away from turning it into a great game and starting on that road. And the defenders are well aware of that too. They've got to figure out a way to not let that escalate. Keep him right in this zone here and call it a day, because otherwise he can really decimate them.
Better believe they are well aware of his playmaking ability. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Second and 7.
Going to the air, Tagovailoa. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 16 yards is the pickup there at a first down for L.A.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
On 1st and 10, it's Evans.
And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play.
Now 2nd and 3. Now Tua. Tua hit, and the ball is out. And while all of that was going on, we have an injured player out there in need of some attention. So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down. Tua sets up to pass it. Open man right side is Cup, complete. And they'll bring him down right at midfield, and he is well short of the 1st down. That'll give him 8 that time, and that's going to make it 4th down. So on 4th down, on is Ethan Evans to punt for the Rams.
And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here.
And this is going to be a Steelers 1st down as the tackle made just shy of the 30. 101 yards on the ground for him now with 4 touchdown runs tacked on.
On 1st down, it's Scott.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Up the middle they go. It's Fields. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
Now it looks like we're going to get a stoppage here. An injured Steeler on that last play.
On 3rd down, it's Scott.
And this is going to be a Steelers 1st down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line. The Steelers at 3-0 here in the month of September. And they come in on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Now a handoff up the middle. Scott, 2 yards, good enough for a 1st.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. A lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
It'll be a gain of 17 at a Pittsburgh 1st. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
Now 2nd and 9.
Up the middle they go. It's Scott. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry, and they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
Flush to his right.
Now throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
So a dozen plays on that drive, CD, but in the end, it yields just the 3 points.
Well, they were able to keep the defense on the field for a long time, but let's be honest about it. That was about as unsatisfying a drive as you're going to get. 12 plays and you only get 3 points out of it. Not quite the ending they were looking for.
And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. L.A. set to take over again on offense. The last series for him, a little disappointing, forced a punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Play action. Now it's Tua.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
The Rams on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
They'll try and run for the first with Corum.
And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. Tua now on 1st down. Open man is Ross, complete. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd and 2.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. He'll get this one to Kupp, complete.
And Kupp going to pick up a Rams 1st down as he'll get this down inside the 40.
They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive continues. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
They run straight ahead with Corum.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
2nd down in the yard.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Throw right side, going to be caught by Higbee. Touchdown, LA! Tyler Higbee with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half. And the Rams have taken the lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and they will take a 7-point lead. The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
And now out come the Steelers. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side,
maybe a little gassed,
right?
Yeah,
a little tired. And if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting upfield, only giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense.
And the ball on the 30. Here's 2nd and 4.
They'll keep it on the ground. Scott, and he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. Now a handoff up the middle. Scott, and nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd down and 8.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 63 yards receiving for him now, and that last catch good enough for a 1st down. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this 1st half of action. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. They'll look to throw now on 1st down.
He's got this to Pickens.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, and tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14.
And now after that sack, we'll pause here a moment because someone was shaken up on that play.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. Flushed out right. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Line of scrimmage, the 2. They can still get a first down if they just get a yard out of this on 4th and very short. They'll try and run for it. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. A great play there. His second touchdown on the season.
And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half.
Now McManus to tack on the extra point. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. A 10-play drive that time. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. So we're right back where we started. All even as the kick's away.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And they've got just under 50 seconds, so time enough to try to work their way downfield if they so choose.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. From the gun, it's Tua.
And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10.
They're going to look to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Ross. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
And again, it's Tagovailoa.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. And he wisely will throw that one away. Tagovailoa to throw on 2nd down here.
Toward the pylon, but it's incomplete.
Well, we've seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the first half, unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball out of the passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is because he catches it well, creates a mismatch. You're going to cover him with a linebacker, a corner, a safety. They feel like he can win every battle.
So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
The final second ticks by, and that's going to do it for the first half of play. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath, As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you guys in a bit. But first, time for a trip around the league on this final weekend of September. We'll get started up at Paycor Stadium in Cincinnati. And as you see, they were winners back on Thursday night. Joe Burrow, over 400 yards passing with 3 touchdown passes as well. From there, we head over to the West Coast. Check out the Niners at home at Levi Stadium. And they've got the lead over the visiting Houston Texans. Brandon Ayuk, a touchdown reception. Lastly, let's get you way up to Seattle. See what's happening with the Seahawks. As you can see, the score there in the second quarter. Tyler Lockett, a touchdown reception. It was a strong first half from the lefty, Tua Tagovailoa. The numbers boggle the mind. 5, count them 5 first half touchdown passes. That is getting near record territory with a whole nother half still to play.
Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far.
Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3?
And he takes this near the 25, just a little past there, call it the 26. The Steeler offense ready to get going to begin this third quarter. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13.
The more football I watch, the more I want to check and see if teams are going to panic when they're down on the scoreboard. And this team has shown no signs of doing that. A lot of the time, they come out after the half. Things haven't worked so well in the first go-around. They want to throw the football like crazy. But the way to open up throwing the ball is to run it. And they've run it well here to start the second half.
From the 47, it's 2nd and 5.
Up the middle they go. Fields. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
If you're looking for glory, looking to get your name in the headlines, you do not want to play nose tackle. But how about what we just saw there? The ability to hold people up, take on extra blocks, and actually slip them and make a tackle on that play. That's big time.
Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup. They'll run on first down. It's Scott.
Cameron Curl with the tackle that time.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on first down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on second.
On second down, it's Scott, and he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. Scott. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Here's a 2nd and 5.
Now a handoff up the middle. Scott. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line.
And hold on here because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up.
On first down, it's Scott. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line.
Now a 2nd and 6.
Up the middle they go. It's Scott. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
During that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort.
A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers.
Pat Freiermuth
From 13 yards out.
And the Steelers have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half.
Extra point from McManus is good. And that will make this a 4-point game. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And it ends with a Pittsburgh touchdown. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive.
And, Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, one-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just, our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side trying to match each other.
Now a throw here, hauled in. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Well, following the play now, they're going to stop the clock here as a man is shaken up.
You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10. Now a man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Williams.
And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's 2nd down. They'll fake the jet sweep and instead give up the middle to Williams.
And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory.
A yard all they need, but it's 3rd down.
Looking to pass. Tua. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there that brings up 4th. Here comes the Rams punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And here's a very low line drive, almost whiffed on it. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. So here are the Steelers to take over on offense. They're on a 3-game winning streak, and right now looking good in this one as well. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44.
Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort.
In motion left goes a tight end. They'll bring the tight end in motion right. Deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches. Now a handoff up the middle. Scott, and he's got the first down, yardage before being taken down at midfield. Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And this is caught. It's Brown. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. They'll look to throw here on 1st down.
Open man, there's Darnell Washington.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Second down and a little more than a yard here.
Up the middle they go. It's Scott. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. They'll keep it on the ground. Scott. And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Second down and 3.
Now a handoff up the middle. It's Scott. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Sets him up nicely. First and goal. It was a pickup of 14. They'll look to throw here. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
And while all of that was going on, we have an injured player out there in need of some attention. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Back-to-back great plays defensively. You get the sack on 1st and goal. A great job in coverage there. All of a sudden, they're looking at 3rd and goal from further back than when they started.
And the really good play callers look ahead and down and distance sequence. Now he's got to backtrack a little bit and go maybe off his play sheet to try and dial something up here.
The kick by McManus is good, and that'll make this a 7-point game.
So give them 3 on that drive. You know, normally you'd say, we'll take it, but the way points have been flying around, it feels like a little bit of a letdown.
Yeah, you just have to wonder, are field goals going to be enough? Because as you pointed out, the way touchdowns have been scored, does kicking a field goal actually put you at a disadvantage the rest of the way?
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out,
Williams loses the football, and it's picked up by the Steelers. Down the numbers. There he goes. And he takes it back to the house. A fumble recovery for a Steelers score.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
On 2nd down, Tua. And his throw here is incomplete.
I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand. And that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
The pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. Derek Barnett able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And that's his 2nd sack in this one.
And you just get... a defensive end or an edge rusher to play any better than what we're seeing right now. And, partner, it's still just the 3rd quarter. I'm thinking he's not done yet. Even if he's not getting a sack, he's bringing a lot of pressure to the pocket.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40.
And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt.
And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done. From the lineman to the guy running with it, that was a well-executed first down by the offense. With 2 shots left to get the first, you can get a little aggressive here on 2nd down if you want and try for some bigger yardage.
That pass complete to Deontay Hardy. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
First target, first catch, and a first down. Up the middle they go. It's Scott. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Here's 2nd and 7.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right.
And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
Well, here's a classic second guess. I thought he had a better chance of a positive play if he just ran it himself. The coverage downfield was really good. That one falls incomplete.
And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down.
Now McManus will line up for the field goal. This is a 49-yard attempt, right hash. And his kick is good. Didn't hit it all that well, but he got enough on it to put it through. And that will extend their lead even further. So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play.
The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Okay, so the personal foul penalty, and those are some important yards lost right there.
Yeah, it all comes down to discipline, doesn't it? And every team tells us that they coach it, they preach it. In this case, it slipped a little bit.
Up the middle, here's Corum. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. Setting to throw on first down is Tua. Over the middle, that's hauled in by Cup. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. A give up the middle to Evans. And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. They'll set up a throw. He'll get this one to Patrick. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Looking to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And the Rams are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. Corum is not going to advance very far. He'll be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. During that run, an injury here. We've got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. They'll try again. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Blake Corum taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Rams have cut it back within a score. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is down to a field goal. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it results in a 4-yard touchdown run. They couldn't take the chance. This will be returned from the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
He's starting to fall into the category of not fair, because when he's on target throwing the ball, he's dangerous. But when you add in his ability to make plays with his feet, Almost impossible.
Yeah, exactly. They've had trouble stopping him in the secondary. This time they've got the great coverage. Oh, he can run too. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Back to throw here. Eluding the pressure right. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. Now back to throw.
And, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete.
They'll look to throw again.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 19. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move. Back to throw again. And he slings one that's incomplete. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Darian Kendrick. And the Rams are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Deshaun Elliott.
And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line.
The one side gets an interception, but their defense comes on the field and picks them right back up by getting a pick of their own.
And I think you saw the same thing that I did, Brandon. As he ran off the field after making that play, we saw his quarterback seek him out and offer a personal thank you to bail him out a little bit as the offense takes the field again.
Brought down on the play by Kobe Turner. 2nd and 6. In motion is Hardy. He's going to get it on the jet sweep.
Shifts by him. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Los Angeles. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3. 2nd and goal from the 1.
Scott will score. Touchdown, Steelers.
Now McManus for the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone.
Give them 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Tua going to throw.
That's to the top.
Oh, now he's stripped. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
And now, meanwhile, after the dust settles on the fumble, we've got an injured player here as well. Hopefully, obviously, nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. And now, before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
After review of the play, rules of the field reversed.
Tua now on first down. Connecting with Kupp here on the out route.
And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50.
And now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Two yards to go, second down. From midfield, here's Tua. Finding his big receiver, Patrick, over the middle. Now it looks like we're going to get a stoppage here. An injured Steeler on that last play. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Tua to throw again. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Ross. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. They'll run on first down with Evans.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
Tua wants to throw it on second down. Throw left side, complete to Kupp. And Kupp going to pick up a Rams first down as he's down to the 12. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Tua sets up to pass it.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
Touchdown, Rams. Colby Parkinson. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Rams have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. And from the end zone, Deontay Hardy will bring it out. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
Now Scott. And he stopped immediately there.
Ernest Jones there for the tackle. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up.
Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
On third down, Scott. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play.
Ball on the 39. Here's the 2nd and 8.
They'll keep it on the ground. Scott. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. 7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. The drive stays alive. A 3rd down gain of 8. They'll run on first down. It's Scott.
And he'll get what he can up the middle. 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Scott.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
On 3rd down, Scott. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. In motion is Hardy. He'll get it here on the jet sweep.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. An ideal spot here to get a first down and try to run some more clock. And this is 2nd and less than a yard. One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Give him 2 yards. That sets him up 1st and goal. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what we said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3 and out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. They'll drop to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead, you've got to protect it, and he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, 4th quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up.
So decision time now, because a field goal keeps it a 1-score game. What are you thinking?
Well, I'm looking at the down and distance, and that's where the issue comes in. It's not short enough that it's a no-brainer and you go for it. You have to analyze this one. To me, you take the field goal, take the points. I don't think you want to risk coming away with nothing.
The kick by McManus is good, and that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
The Rams on third down, 5 out of 9 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3.
They'll try and run for this with Evans.
And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Give him the third down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
They'll go right back to Evans here on first down.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
These two have hooked up 9 times now this afternoon as they pick up the first. On the give, this is their fullback. And credit the tackle to Derek Barnett.
And there's the pickup you want on first down. All offenses say, you get me 4 on first down, we'll take it. How about if you get 5? They'll really be happy.
Tua's throw there into the hands of Ross.
And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 29-yard line. Play action. Now it's Tua.
That's complete. Jordan Whittington.
And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Evans running behind center.
And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And he's got his man on the out route.
And the Rams are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
They come up on a 1st and goal and most likely 4-down territory as they need a touchdown and the PAT for the touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown.
And the Rams are an extra point away from going back on top here in the 4th.
A very important extra point there, up and good. And they have taken the lead here in this 4th quarter. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the 4th quarter. From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd and 6.
Up the middle they go. Fields.
And he'll get about 3 up close to the 35.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Being chased out left. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
If they get a game-changing score on this drive, it's going to be because of plays like that. That run was pure heart. Took it himself, found a way to reset the downs, and advance the ball.
Flush to his right. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Fields. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
And he's got a first down as he's going to be taken down. But a very nice pickup there just in front of the 2-minute warning.
So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now.
And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8.
Here's a 2nd and 7.
On the carry, this is Scott. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call.
And he's in. Touchdown.